in real life. Hi, welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Camilla.
I'm Zee.
I'm Joey.
And we are here with the top 10 amazing theme games. What is the official name of this?
That's it.
Games with great theming or amazing theming or top 10 Monopoly
Thematic.
spin-offs.
Yeah, there we go.
That's spoiler.
Our top 10 games with amazing theming. Thanks for joining us here. Before we jump into the list, though, we want to give a shout out and gratitude to some of our Game Found backers from last year. And to read their names is Joey Evans.
Oh, see?
Yay!
All right, here we go.
I've already like portioned it off for you.
Thanks,
so
buddy.
do you need a pointer? Go
I
ahead.
got it. Okay. Jeff from Tabletop Toolbox.
You did that well.
I did. Post-apocalyptic Jake and the Zex of Zekhaven.
I
You
want
did
a
that.
post-apocalyptic Jake is this person's name. That's
Yes.
a good
Is it Jake?
name.
Jake.
It's better than
Jake. And
it's
the
better than
Zex.
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Everything's better
Yeah,
than Dungeon Crawler
that's
Carl.
true. You like it. Just stop.
It's not. It
That's your
really doesn't
trash.
flow off the tongue.
It does.
Why Dungeon Crawler and then Carl?
Carl
You could have
is
picked any
Dungeon
name.
Crawler.
His
Carl.
name's Carl, though.
I think it's just so basic. It's like
His name's, you know what?
Carl.
We're going to do a non-basic name. Joel Yeo. Joel, yeah.
It's like
Why am I
it's
giving
like
this
Thomas
job?
here.
Joel
This is great.
Yo.
What up, Yao?
Yo,
Yao.
Joe.
Joe Yao.
Yo, what
Joel
up?
Yao.
What up, Yao?
Samuel Carey.
All
Nailed
right.
it. Odd Glodick. Samuel Carey. Thanks for doing
Need
it
a
twice.
pointer again, huh?
Sam Van Durenbrink. Sam Van Durenbrink. Huh?
You okay?
Zach Schaefer. I bought 2 shout-outs. The first is for Tommy from Texas.
Tommy from Texas.
Tommy from Texas.
Turbo.
And
Dungeon
the-
Crawler Carl.
And the second is for the Radio Shack Battery of the Month Club.
I got so excited because I saw a
Oh
Radio
my
Shack the other
goodness
day.
me.
In Fort Myers, it's a Radio
Yes.
Shack.
Is it actually open? I wasn't
Yes,
sure.
it's open.
Oh, I
Is it
just
the last one?
I thought they just forgot to take the sign
It's
down.
got to be.
Wow.
No, it's still there.
Wow, guys, Fort Myers has a Radio Shack.
What do they sell?
This is why we moved.
They can't sell like circuits and phones, probably. I'm sure it's like a T-Mobile inside or something.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
I think this
Radio
warrants a
Shack-
field trip.
Eventually was selling like half their stock seemed to be remote control cars.
Yes, that was the glory days.
Yeah.
I loved it.
And then batteries and
Yeah.
they had like transistors and resistors and you could open
Convexes and concaves.
the
Spigots.
Yeah.
you could open the
Sign.
little drawers
That
and
was-
get whatever you
You
needed.
could build stuff there. They had like,
Yeah.
it was.
All right, well, while we figure out what Radio Shack is up to these
Okay.
days, shout out to our sponsors. Thank you to Board Game Bliss. Website you can go and check out all these games we're going to talk about today, and
Yeah.
also Grip Mat. So Grip Mat, you can
Mat.
get mats for your games. Some of them have this little grippy texture on them, so your cards don't move around, or your boards don't move around. So be sure to check both of them out, and thank you. Keep your stuff to yourself,
You're
Joey.
spoiling your list.
Don't look at my list. Let's jump into the list.
Oh, that's a very large font.
Everyone's classes.
I
Hello.
need to be able to see it from afar.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
like-
it doesn't
Guys,
have to be
get
seen
off
from
my
across
phone.
the
You
room.
can read your font from
Lay
the
off.
moon.
Can you guys see my font up
Oof.
there? They can't see my
There's
font.
two
See?
things.
Chris
Okay, the Great Wall of China and that font.
I can see the font.
Lance Armstrong was like, I can read your stuff.
Guys.
That's the runner.
Okay, yes, I have a big font. But
Or
you
like
have
the
like
bike
a
guy.
novel
Oh,
written
look.
over here.
Bike
You have a
guy, the
novel.
bike guy.
Okay,
You know
whatever.
what?
Okay.
You know what? Can they see it? They can't see it.
My
We're fine.
number 10 is it's a horror style game.
Let's go.
Yes.
How many horror games on y'all's list?
Almost
You know what?
all of them.
Yes.
I took some out, and then Andrew says to me, goes, you must love horror. I'm like, man, I took most of my horror out, but apparently there's
yeah.
a lot on there.
Yep.
This one takes place in a movie theater.
Oh.
It is monsters jumping off the screen. This is Spooktacular.
Really?
Spooktacular. I love this. This captures the feel of a B movie, very lighthearted, Sunday morning, or I guess Saturday night, kind of Elvira style B movie type thing. You got little episode missions. You're going to get different monsters every time. They're very asymmetric, and they're all going to kind of an
You are the
homage
monsters
to-
in this
you
one, right?
are the monsters
Okay.
chasing the people out.
You can be like the car
I see.
Christine. You can be like
Killer
weird
Car,
killer
yeah.
car. I mean, it's all not
Oh.
IP specific, but that's those things, the tropes, right? The slasher,
Yes.
the whatever. You're killing attendees at a movie theater?
Well,
Yes, you are at
meeples.
all the movie theaters at the same time. The monsters jump off the screen and start chasing people down. And you'll
Love
start
it.
to push them from room to room. You start to grab them. And different monsters work different ways. You have set collection. Like the car, of course, is picking up passengers. One monster has phones. You have to put the phones in different rooms. Then when they ring, people start picking them up. And that's when you start
And the
killing.
knife comes out.
Yeah.
The call's
Okay, she's
coming
making it
from
darker.
inside the movie theater.
It is.
Right.
So this is great. I love Spooktacular so much. This is one they can just keep adding more monsters, and I will be happy because this is great.
So this is like reverse Final Girl. I love that.
Yes.
Like-
And you guys have not played this yet.
No, I haven't. No.
We're doing
If
it.
only I knew somebody who had 2 copies of this.
Oh, yeah. Who do we know that collects 2 copies
You
of
know what?
almost every
Fine.
game?
You guys are getting a copy of this from me. So this is Spooktacular. It is spectacular.
And spooky.
Spooky.
He loved it. He
Waiting
loved
for the
his
next
own
slide
joke.
to see
Okay.
who's next.
All right. I'm going to take a wild stab here. My number...
Hey! 50-50
Wrong.
chance.
That's what happens when you swing for the fences.
You're wearing lipstick in this picture.
That's a good
My
picture,
number
you
10. I look
I don't
good.
sound like that.
My number 10.
Just like me. Yeah. That,
We do
all right.
good
You nailed
Camilla
it.
impressions.
Yeah. No, you do not. All right. My number 10 is... Well, it's probably one of the least creepy on my list, I think. Yes, because it's adorable, and this you are playing as stuffed animals. It is Stuffed Fables.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
good one.
Good
Thank
pull,
you.
good
You know
pull.
what was on there. You saw it in my 24 point
No, I
font
just saw
here.
one large one.
Okay.
And I looked at
I love this one. In this one, you are
Pickle.
stuffed animals who your human has fallen asleep. She's sleeping in her grown-up bed for the first time without her parents. And you're stuffed animals. She falls asleep, and somebody comes and steals her beloved blanket. Some
Yo.
big monster. And so you are the stuffed
Oh.
animals who have to go and try to get this blanket back to her before she wakes up and is scared because she's trying to have the courage to sleep in her own bed. There's going to be a campaign-style game. I really think that this is very engaging for the whole family when you're playing. This is one that I played through with my son when he was younger, and we were just engrossed in this world. It's fun to be the stuffed animals who's going up against these bad toys who are doing
Okay.
these bad things, but it
Okay.
also brings up a lot of really needed conversations and kind of a safe place with the kids. You know, so the
Oh,
theme is
interesting.
very, very well integrated into the story that you're playing through. It's extremely engaging. You get really attached to your characters. But then it's also just something that the theme carries over even after the gameplay.
Yeah.
So it's number 10 for me because I think it is a very specific time and place that I would play this. You know, if someone's like, I love themes, I wouldn't be like, Stuffed Fables. So that's why it is lower. But I think it absolutely nails it for that specific situation, you know, with your
That's
kids
good.
who are kind of growing into their own a little bit, you know, I mean, hitting that age 6 to 9.
When they
So.
sleep by themselves? The
Typically,
first
I mean, a lot
time?
of- some of them.
Okay, 15,
I
17.
agree.
That's when I started sleeping in my own bed.
My number 10 is Stuffed Fables.
I will say this. I think the
Go pick.
ranking of this top 10 for me is not as important
Yeah.
as it tends to be when I put together a top 10 list.
I agree.
Okay, so it's just 10. I kind of rank them based on how immersive that theme how much the theme gets me, I guess.
Yep.
It's sort of how I rank them, but again, it's a soft ranking. It's just
Yeah.
10 games that I really enjoy the theming of and feel good to dive into their world. My number 10 is one that I suspect might be on someone else's list a little bit later. This is Tidal Blades 2, Electric Boogaloo. Rise of the Unfolders is actually the subtitle, you guys. This is... I will tell you why exactly this is a 10. It's because of that 3x3 grid.
So good.
That's a fantastic mechanism. It has
really
nothing to do with
is.
the theme of this game.
Yeah.
It is just a mechanism. A great mechanism. Makes for fantastic ebb and flow as you play cards. And you play a single card and then trigger a row or a column that includes that new addition. And when it's eventually all 3 cards have a special power, you have a tremendous turn.
It feels
And
so
then they
good.
clear away those 3 cards. That's very mechanical. This world is tremendously immersive. It is fantastical. It is helped by the fact that there have been other Tidal Blades games already. So we had some time to get used to the world of Tidal Blades, this kind of tropical, bright, bubbly, setting in which these characters, these contestants, these people are, exuberantly athletic and do amazing feats of strength and dexterity. And then something bad happens in this world. It is attacked, and those characters become the defenders of this land. Really neat. Love how, again, engaging and cool this world is. I love to visit this place. But yeah, it's 10 because of that. Mechanically, it's a little less. This doesn't represent anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like
right.
it represents anything.
But it's so fun.
And
But
this
it
is
is very
one
cool.
that the theme just like keeps revealing itself through the campaign,
That's
right?
true.
As that rift opens and as you go into the rift and you're actually in the world with the monsters, it's been blocked off for so long, so your
Right.
characters don't know what's in there.
Yeah.
And and as you come in contact with the old tidal blades who were sealed within this rift, so it just keeps
Spoiler?
Yeah, I know. I agree,
unfolding,
man. Oof.
It's not
Unfolding?
guys.
Yeah, is he dead the whole time?
Oh my gosh.
I thought that turtle was dead.
Whole time.
What turtle?
Number 10, Tidal Blades 2, Rise of the Boogaloo.
Okay, my number 9 is one of my favorite themes, but this is a hard theme to nail because I get let down a lot by this theme.
Aww.
I do. Every
I
time I get
guess what it
excited.
is?
Yeah.
Cats wearing
Base.
death masks.
You know what? I need new friends.
The plague.
My
The plague.
I'm just gonna
That's-
keep guessing.
That's good. The plague.
It lets
I'm
me
never
down every
let down
time.
by that.
Bubonic plague.
This is Star Trek. Star Trek.
Oh, it's an IP.
Yeah, it's an IP.
Oh, okay.
Can you guess what it is?
You said theme.
Captain's Chair. Captain's Chair, for me, this one is great. This one, although it's kind of, it uses a deck building, it's thematic in the way that every time, every captain plays differently with his command style. And as you recruit cars, you really feel like you're getting different ships. You're going on away missions. You're recruiting your crew and everything. This flows really well. I never played the game this was based on. I forgot the name of it. Imperium Legends or something, whatever. But this one just really shines through. I only knew two of the captains on here. 3 of them, I guess. I don't know the Michael, whatever. But it's.
So you're like a Star Trek guy. You didn't know these people?
I haven't watched Discovery. One of the ones is a girl from
You
Discovery.
haven't watched it?
I've watched a
Make
couple.
it so.
See?
I know one of
He
them.
knows Picard. But this one just feels good because once those ships show up, you're like, yeah, I know this one, And usually Star Trek games are so deep in the lore, I don't know half of it. But this one, you're like, I get this,
Okay.
These use really the stars, and you really feel like that command style coming out when playing these different captains. It plays great solo too, and at 2 players.
It's difficult
So-
for a card game to nail theme, I think.
It is.
Disagree.
Really?
Yeah, that's.
I can think of 15 board games, every one card game that I can think of that. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying I think it's more difficult for a card
She
game.
said it can't be done.
I think yeah, she
think
did
it's
technically
easier?
say that.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's easier. I don't think it's any more difficult for a card game to nail theme.
Oh,
Cards
wow.
are just
I
little
definitely
tiny pieces of board. I mean, like
If
you
they're-
can do
if
whatever
they're
you want
played
with
That's
that
them.
going to be a
way,
bumper sticker,
but-
by the way. That's like
You know-
a deep thought. We all need to sit there and just contemplate that.
I'm
But I
just
mean, like-
saying. I think that's a
Something you
I
say.
think a traditional deck of cards has a hard time conveying theme. I think cards don't.
That's something
Those
you
cards
say.
are
A
anything.
lot of times they just feel like cards or powers or mechanism, kind of what you're talking about with Tidal Blades. I think it's rare that a card game feels thematic.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I just see that as people sit in the car filled with smoke. Dude, cards are just little pieces of board. And smoke just billows out as the windows go down. I know.
You're welcome, Joey.
It's just a
You're
great
welcome.
thing to say.
All right. My number 9 is, I believe, one of the newest games on my list. I will actually say it is the newest game on my list. This is from last year. This is Battle of the Divas, or Battle of Divas. I think that this one is a rare game that you don't know much about the theme going into it, but you start caring about the theme afterward, to the point that you go and research the theme. So this Battle of Divas, it's when the American industry wanted to come into the fashion industry, and it's kind of the clash that happened between I'm actually thinking of Battle of Versailles. I just realized that. I sent them Battle of Divas. I was definitely thinking Battle of Versailles. That's on me, not on Andrew. I apologize. Battle of Divas is similar though, but it is two opera singers who are battling.
I was very confused. I'm like,
I was thinking
okay.
this. I was like, that's not the board I remember. I absolutely sent them the wrong game. Same company, but Battle of Versailles was before this, and it was about the fashion one, and absolutely the one that I meant. So
Okay,
cool.
so Battle of Versailles is about.
It's the Americans
this-
coming into the fashion industry, and which the French were big into, and so it's the two industries.
crushed it.
They came in, they had this big fashion show, and they looked at it from two completely different perspectives. So one of you are playing the Americans, and one is playing the French, and you are have your own win condition.
So this is like Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
Kind
within
of for the
fashion.
fashion. There was
Yeah.
like a big fashion show, historical thing that really happened.
Huh. Okay.
And there was one, you're kind of asymmetrically doing things, having a lady go down the runway
Yes.
as you play cards to various. It's like multiple tugs of war, but the cards are different on both sides, and you can historically attract people who were there at this fashion show
Huh.
to
Okay.
your side, and kind of change history, if you would.
And so one side is going really into trying to make sure that they have like the big bold statements with having the right fabrics lined up and just really being about the art. And the other one is trying to actually get the patrons and the money influx and that kind of stuff. And so you have very different win conditions, and it has this almost tug of war feel as you're actually going down the runway.
That's cool.
So
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, Battle of Versailles. Thank you, Chris, for those quick fingers.
Okay.
That's great.
I don't know what I sent Andrew for my number 8, but I'm gonna say no. My number 8 is one of my horror picks. I'm sorry, not 8, 9. My number 9 is also one of my horror picks.
It's about to get real crazy here.
Yeah, I don't know why I looked at 8. My number 9 is a game called Vagrant Song. Vagrant Song is a game set in the early 1900s, I believe.
They didn't have
You
trains then.
are a weary traveler who hops a train and realizes this train be haunted by haints, which is an old-timey word for like a ghost.
Didn't know that either.
And you are going to be, huh?
He
I didn't know that till this game, by the way. Did you know
A
that
haint?
before?
I don't think I knew that word.
Okay.
No. So this board will always represent 3 of the wagons in the train.
Yep.
And you are in there moving around, dealing with some ghost trapped in this plane of existence that you are trying to help pass on to the other world. And the general way you do that is to remind them of their humanity, i.e., wail on them as
Yeah,
much as
buddy.
you can. You beat the remembrance of pain into their faces, and they go,
You can feel
oh yeah, that's right,
this."
that's what this was like. Boop, 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 boop. And they ascend, they're gone. And then you have a weird dream in between, and you wake up in another section of the train, and you fight another freaky haint. That's kind of what's going on. That's the general idea. It's a campaign. You do go through these baddies. It's a boss battler. But the weird old-timey vibe of everything, the look, the setting, the kind of spooky feel, but tongue-in-cheek spooky, not trying to like creep you out spooky, reminds me of like a movie that never existed,
Yeah.
a TV
That's what it feels
show,
like.
or like it's based on a comic book that doesn't exist. It has that feel
Yeah.
Yeah.
of it being based on something really specific, and they adapt it to this. But it's not. This is the original thing. So
And I find myself wanting to find that stuff. I'm like, I want to find the comic book of
Yeah,
this.
like,
I
where's
want
the
to
movie?
find that.
Oh,
Yeah,
where's the-
exactly.
I would
so watch that
Absolutely.
movie.
I
And
agree.
so-
Yeah.
This
So
is a good pull.
actually, I know that Simon used to do those graphic novel
Yes.
crossovers.
Oh,
Yep.
that'd be fantastic.
That
would be
like,
great
if they
for
did
this.
with other companies,
Yes.
they kind of did. They did a couple for Asmodee, but this would be like such a slam dunk.
Yes, absolutely.
for
So
that.
good.
Anyway,
love
there you
this.
go.
Yeah.
Vagrant Song, my number 9.
Good pull. Okay, this next one is probably my one guilty pleasure on this list.
Here we go.
That
Oh,
the
so
game
it's a
is.
bad
That means it's a
game.
bad game,
It's
yeah.
terrible.
It's not a bad game. It's just a crazy game.
Hot
Yeah,
take.
let me
And
think,
it
let me
is
think.
fun. And I think growing up in Kentucky, this really got me because this is exactly what would happen is if rednecks got military equipment.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
This is Terror Below. This is Trimmers.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, man. is a good pick.
Good pull. Wow, it's been a while.
Oh man, this is just, it mixes like chaos with cinematic just wonder. You know, you've got the noise, you've got these things just popping up, eggs going around, rednecks in the back of trucks, being like, I'm going to fire off this missile. How do you do it? I don't know. I mean, so many times you blow yourself up in this game, but it is glorious. And I mean, I blow myself up 2 or 3 times in one game, and you just keep going at it. You got to kill those worms. You got to do it. This is the movie, man.
This is that. Yeah, for
So
sure.
cool.
It's like, this has been on my shelf forever, and I can't get rid of it because I'm like, I just love it. Every time I play it, I'm like, this is great. Yeah.
That's
so
fantastic.
the game is fine.
That's
The
kind of
theme
where
is
I'm
there.
at. It's unfortunate. Like, I do wish the game was a little more thematic.
Right.
It's a grid. It feels like a grid. A lot of that sort of doesn't really come through. You have to buy into the
Yes.
yeehaw,
You really do.
jumping on a bike and leaping over something. You have to do some heavy lifting there.
Yes.
Okay.
But I agree with
Okay.
you. The theme is awesome.
Yeah.
That's
The theme
fun.
really grabs on this.
I love that cover too, man.
Oh,
It just
so good.
there's so much happening. It's fantastic.
All right. Terrablow 8.
My number 8, it's the only pandemic game that I even considered for this because I think it is the one that is the most thematic, that really sucks me into the story and the world, and that is Pandemic Legacy Season 0. Oh, I might have said Season 1.
Was she in the
Been
car
a really busy
when you
week.
came up with that nice cardboard line?
I do apologize. It's been a really busy week. Pandemic Legacy Season 0. This one that we're seeing here is the original Pandemic Legacy, and I don't think we have any video or anything of Season 0 specifically. But I really like the Season 0 one because in that one, it is kind of the
Spoiler.
origin of pandemic.
Okay.
It is how the pandemic came about. So it's set during the Cold War, and you are
Monkeys.
assembling your team, and you're having to get agents on it and send them out, investigate different rumors and things that as they are progressing to eventually become the pandemic that we know. I love the story in this one. I love that the cities are like collapsing and things are getting harder to reach, but your teams and your agents are getting stronger and their own characters, and there's just such a great story that emerges through the gameplay of this that I really think absolutely just sells the experience and the theme, because you're bringing all this pandemic knowledge with you, and to go back to the origin was really exciting, the origin of the disease, and see, kind of, what's going to come. You get to play the original and see it and be part of that. It was a lot of fun.
Need to do that. I played 1. I didn't do 2 because people didn't love it, and then I just skipped 0. I need to go back to play.
Really, 0 is my favorite of them.
That's
and
some people say.
like I said, I mean, just the story that comes, and just it's really fantastic. It's the one that I was the most engrossed in, and just ready to read more. I wanted to know not just what happened next mechanically, but what was happening next in this world.
Yeah.
So you clearly disagree.
No, I think it has a very good theme. I'll talk about. Give me a couple picks here. I'll come back.
Oh.
Okay, my number 8 is like I said, a horror game. Has a fantastic theme. A sort of it's almost like Diablo type theme, hellish.
Ooh,
big
okay.
beasties. It's Claustrophobia, 1643.
So good.
It's a game in which it's a 2-player game. One side is playing the forces of hell, basically. You have troglodytes, some demons, some hellhounds, whatever. And kind of an endless supply of troglodytes. The other guys are a little bit tougher, so they're limited, but you can always keep putting out troglodytes, which I like that. The other side, the humans, are led by this sort of religious figure that is going to be leading a party down there, but they've been assaulted by these holes that open up and the waves of hell come out.
Yep.
So they have to recruit people to help them push back, whatever you're doing. Collapse the hole that they're coming through, find some specific artifact down there and remove it, whatever. And so the humans are largely guys who are in jail, who they spring out of jail and put to work. So they're like convicts. They're these like big brute convict guys laying it all on the line because they can get out of jail if they don't die down there, right? That's the idea. So both sides are so thematic. The gameplay, again, gives you that feeling as if you are playing the bad guys, hell, of limitless waves of baddies. If you're playing the humans, the way you activate them is a really fascinating way to show exhaustion. As you guys become exhausted, you turn off lines of activation on them as they take damage, as they become exhausted, so you can't use them as well.
Right.
And this is all dice-driven stuff, so it's really
like
just
that.
fascinating thematically. There's discovery in it. There is combat in it. A lot of interesting sacrificial moves you can do sometimes for the better good. It's really, really neat. And then mechanically so sound that those things come together for a fantastic game, in my opinion. I know this is being reprinted by, I want to say DeVere, but that's not right, is it?
DeVere? I thought it was
DeVere?
it's DeVere, yeah.
DeVere is reprinting this, yeah. So
And it is going to be a reprint, right? Not a
I think it's a
second
reprint.
well,
I think it's
gonna
like
be a third edition at that
maybe
point.
a slight reworking,
maybe,
but like
but-
a reprint.
Really?
So
Yeah.
this will be available again in some time. So keep an eye out for that.
It's very
My number
different
8.
for them, right?
All right, yeah. Wow. All right. My number 7 is not a horror-themed game.
Oh,
This one is, I love the game Red Dead Redemption, but this is pretty much that as a board game.
Western Legends.
Western Legends. I love Western Legends. Western Legends, for me, it's just grabs that, I mean, you really pick and choose those expansions you want to have. And every single character you get, those legendary characters, their abilities are tailored to what you know about them in real life scenarios. You know, whether it's Doc Holliday, whether it's Wyatt Earp or whatever, they're tailored towards that. And then you can take them the opposite direction. You know, you can make Wyatt Earp an outlaw. You know, you can make Doc Holliday, well, he was a sheriff, sort of. But you can really lean into that. This game right here really grabs that Western feel for me. You know, even from the poker to everything going on there. I enjoy this game. Then, of course, when you have the train expansion, you can kind of rob that train.
Gotta rob the train.
You gotta rob the
That's
train.
all I would
and
do.
then this is one that, this is another, the way you know a good thematic game is the fact you don't care as much who wins or loses. It's the stories that the game tells.
oh yeah. Or when you start dreaming about the game.
Yes.
Have you
Yeah,
done?
yeah.
There's a couple on my list that I've
Wow.
had dreams. I've dreamed in some of these worlds.
Really?
Yeah.
It's,
You've
What
not?
a nerd.
oh, I have. No, I haven't. I'm a nerd.
Yeah, me either.
I'm a nerd. No, there's also like this traveling salesman that's like the market there. There's another market that travels around. When he comes to your town, you can buy stuff. Anyway, there's so much of this that's just fun. I just love this whole world they have. So,
That's cool.
Western Legends is my 7.
You're getting some comments here in the chat that this game is on all of your list. So I have your back on that comment because number 7 is on all of my lists.
Is it?
You can.
Spirit Island?
Is it because you saw it in 24?
No, I just knew.
It's not on my
It had to
list.
be somewhere. I'm just surprised it's this low.
It is Spirit
Spirit Island, to me, this is so incredibly thematic, and a lot of it comes down to the spirit that you're playing. The spirits are extremely asymmetrical, and you can tell that they're clearly designed with their powers in mind.
Right.
You know, so if you are playing Ocean's Hungry Grasp, for example, then your spaces are the ocean tiles, and you are flooding your ocean, and you're pulling it back in. So you're ebbing and tiding here with the tides and drowning people. You know,
My
if you're
goodness.
playing with lightning
Okay.
with strike, you're going through and you're just you have a lot of control over fast powers, which means you get to go earlier in the round, and so you're just taking people out and really kind of manipulating that damage that you're doing. So all these different characters, their powers are built around their
Dark.
theme.
I know,
right? And
it's
it's
real
so good.
dark.
And then also, I mean, as you incorporate different elements in those powers you're doing as well, and you're building up that, it once again plays right into it. You know, so Oceans is going to want to have a lot of water in their deck because that's going to power up a lot of their
drown people.
innate powers and things like that. So it's so very thematic in the entire building of the characters. And yes, it is a thematic card game, but again,
Is that you, Chris?
but again,
Yes.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
think it's hard to do. It also has a board and has a bits. I would consider this more of a board game.
I would consider this more of a travesty.
Whoa!
You are why?
I
You need some
want.
caffeine.
Where's
What
my
is in your
spirit?
jug?
Where's my spirit? Machete's swinging farther.
What? What'd you say?
All the names of the spirits are very like waves crashing harder.
No,
you know,
Ocean's
tiger
Hungry Grasp.
leaping fast.
No, that's Sharp Fangs.
What's the name of these things?
What?
Some of these aliens. I was gonna say, some of these spirits have like wild names. You know.
No, they're the spirit. That's what it's invoking. You know what? It's thematic. It's really good. And come to Dice Tower East and play with me because these guys won't.
I never
That's
knew why
all.
you like this game so much until you start to be like, look, water, they drown people, lightning shocks and kills people. I'm like,
Oh my
it's
gosh,
making
you can
sense
be-
now.
You don't really get that from
No,
the cover,
listen.
right?
You don't.
Now
No.
you're like,
Oh my gosh! And you can be Thunderspeaker, who's like the love child of Lightning Swift Strike and another spirit, and she is so she goes around and she just works with all the local people, the Dahan in the game. So she's going around and commanding them and just like dropping her thunder through the Dahan. Oh, it's so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
These gods be crazy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! And the card names in this are really thematic. My favorite is Unexpected Tigers. It's like whoops.
That's
Tigers in the basement.
Oh, that
so
would
when
be
you
a
play
great-
that card, you like just do a random
I would
animal
subscribe
attack.
to that short channel on YouTube. Unexpected Tigers.
It's just anyway.
random.
great.
Hey guys, what's going on? So today I went down to the 7-Eleven. I was
Found a
gonna get a
tiger.
Slurpee. Unexpected Tigers. It's like 10 seconds every other day of like somewhere they went and then bam, unexpected.
You're waiting for your elevator. It opens. You're like, no, I'm getting in there.
I had to take the
So
stairs
good.
today.
It's
Unexpected
like one of my
Tigers.
favorite cards. It's like Unexpected Tigers. Whoops.
That's
So
great.
anyway, Spirit Island. It's clearly the theme is very, very thought of as it's being developed. So yes.
Crab who pinches toes. I like that one. All right, my number 7 is, in my opinion, the most thematic of the pandemic
You're
legacies.
wrong. You're wrong. Let me guess. What you're gonna say? Season 1.
No,
Season 2?
Two?
I think season 2 is the most
Really?
thematic.
Okay, my
Now,
entire
I agree
world
with
is upside
everyone.
down now.
I agree with everybody that season 2 is the worst of the 3. Okay?
Really?
That's not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's the weakest of the 3.
Oh.
But I think season 2 has the best theme. It starts with that because it's all you know of the world. This is a post-apocalyptic game in which you are
Okay.
literally rediscovering the world. And you don't know what happened in the hundreds of years since pandemic season 1 happened.
Interesting.
So you could discover a part of the world, lay down a sticker, and realize there's a chunk of world missing here. Or here's a place forgotten by history that we can maybe break into and find something there that we don't know anything about. My point being, it can go off the rails with doing whatever it wants to do because it's making up this history post-pandemic 1.
Huh.
And I just kind of found that feeling of discovery fascinating. This is such a good world. There's a couple of good twists in there I'm not going to talk about, but yeah, this is a really, really just thematic, engaging setting. I like it for that reason. It gives you lots of surprises.
Wow.
So yeah, season 2 for me, I would say is the most thematic one. That's my number 7.
All right. This one is my first boss battler on the list.
First,
Ooh.
Yeah.
First of how many?
the rest.
That wasn't a trick question.
This is my only boss battler on
Wait,
the
what?
list. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's a weird way to
So-
put that.
First of
thing.
one. Got
So
it.
really, this one, everything grabs me from the theme, from the minis to the crawl, but really it's the narration on this.
The crawl?
The dungeon
dungeon
crawl
crawling,
style
you know?
of it.
Okay,
know,
got it
but
now.
this one, it's Oathsworn. Oathsworn right here, it's so good in the fact that it is so, this one you get pulled in the theme. The narration on this, I'm usually, whatever you want to do, you want to read or listen to the narration. This one, you got to listen to it, man. It's done
100%.
so well. You put down the speaker and you just hear that and everything you go through. And the story actually branches in some substantive ways. Your decisions actually make a difference in what you're going to hear next. Which a lot of them, you have decisions, but they're all going to lead you the same place. It's on rails. This one, the rails are pretty much hidden. It's Disney rails. But so this is great. I love
Covered with theme.
I love Oathsworn. Everything about this is great. The miniatures, the art, the narration, this whole thing just comes together so well with this.
Yeah, it's a great pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's an interesting pick. That
you both are
yes.
very quiet on my pick today.
It's not on my list.
moving
What?
on.
You hate it?
No, I like it. It's just
How
not
about
on my
season
list.
2?
What? It's not on your list?
No.
This is the one I would have banked on. Never mind. You know what? We don't know if it's on my list. So, who
My-
knows?
It's my number 11.
My number 6 is dark. It is quite grim, and
Grim
I've
dark.
never won. This is Frostpunk. This is
that's a good one.
post-apocalyptic, frozen over world. You are just trying to survive. This is one where you feel the moral weight of every decision you make.
No, you
Because
don't.
you are
You do not. You don't because you do it anyway. I played with you.
Well,
Yes, well, you
have to
have
at
to
least
do it for the
pretend.
greater good.
Yeah.
No, but you don't do it when you're smiling. You're like, these kids are about to eat
Sawdust.
wood.
Sawdust. No, you don't give
It's
them
not
wood,
wood
you
once
animal.
you break it down into sawdust.
No, and you're not giving them just sawdust.
That's like saying cotton candy is just sugar. It's
Yeah.
not. It's cotton candy.
Right.
Okay, that sawdust is pretty good for
It
you,
is.
okay?
And you know what? It makes you feel more full. So worth it.
If you've
sad.
ever eaten like
Here it comes.
Kicks or what's that one
Chex?
cereal? Chex.
Chex. Oh, okay. I
It's
do love
basically
Chex.
then you're eating
I do love
sawdust.
Chex.
You
So
know,
sweet.
whatever.
Yeah, if I can eat Chex, you can have some sawdust.
Make sawdust.
No, I love this. So you're trying to build the society back up. You're having to go out and explore, but you're also having to manage your resources and keep the generator going, but the generator's breaking down. You're passing laws to keep the society going, and those laws have some pretty big consequences.
Yeah.
You know, as you pass one law, that means others are off the table. You know, you can't decide to send kids to school and have child labor. Which
Right.
one do you want in this society? You know,
This old thing?
ultimately trying do what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This
So
old- yeah.
ultimately trying to survive or complete whatever goal. So really, really enjoy this one.
a good pick.
Your choices literally tell the story of this game as you're writing it. And I think it's just so very well integrated.
It is.
I agree.
So-
This one I saw on
Fantastic
your
pick.
list, and I looked down, I'm like, oh, that's a good one. I didn't think
That
of that.
is
Did
good.
you cheated?
That's the only one I saw because your font is 48,000
Okay, my font is getting
font.
bigger throughout this stream here.
That's so big.
I agree. By the time we're done, it'll have consumed us all.
Well, I guarantee you
All right.
haven't seen these picks yet.
Oh my goodness.
Ah!
Spoilers.
Okay, my number 6
Oh, grape nuts.
is also a horror theme.
Ooh.
It is The Bloody Inn.
Ah.
The Bloody Inn is about running an inn in like the 1600s and just trying to pass laws where you stay afloat. You just got to get through the winter. And there's no better way to get through the winter than taking money from people's pockets. And there's no better way to take money from people's pockets than if they are dead.
He's just put about 200% more theme in this game than it feels.
Yeah, it's like Dead of Bloody Inn or something.
Dead of Bloody Inn. No, this game to me, I like the trappings. I like the theme.
So
I like
good.
that the idea is you just don't have enough time and that you get that feeling to do everything you need to do. And desperation starts to set in. Various
good.
things in the game start to like put pressure on you to adjust. Yes, at first it's all fun and games until you're stuck with a body you can't bury and you have no time to bury them because there's too many people in the rooms and you don't have enough help. So then you have to pay the undertaker to get rid of that body and you lose money for that. Your track represents how much money you can have on you until it gets suspicious that you're like hoarding piles of cash at your inn. So you need to like launder that money, get it out. But again, you don't have enough time to do everything. I like the weird, bizarre, morbid, but humorous feel of this whole thing, you know?
Yeah. I considered
So good.
this one. I really love the theme, but I think the theme doesn't come through the gameplay enough for me to put it on my list. So it was on the short list, but ultimately it just kept falling off because I felt like the theme isn't as strong as I would want.
I think that's my problem with Oathsworn. I think the first half of every Oathsworn setting is incredibly thematic because it's a story. I mean, you're listening to like a story.
But the battle takes you out of
And
it.
the battle is,
really
the game.
yeah, the battle's great game, but it's not thematic. It's just,
You don't think the monsters fighting differently, having their own powers, having their individual deck, that doesn't sell you on that monsters theme and everything that they do. That doesn't sell you on that.
I don't find that
interesting.
thematic at all. It basically says move to north and east, attack for, flip over 3 cards, and that's the attack. That doesn't feel thematic to me, no.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So that's partly why that's split there between. So I think half that game is very thematic.
Yeah.
The other fighting part, not really. Anyway, yeah, that's Bloody Inn for me. My number 6.
All right, my number 5 is the first kind of hidden role on my list, and I think the only one. I need to stop saying
Hidden
first.
role?
Not really. Anyway, yeah, this one right here, the tension in this one is great. This is The Thing, the board game.
Oh, is it the Outpost one? No.
I
no.
like them both.
Pendragon.
Either one will fit this slot.
The Outpost one is not officially The Thing, right?
It is. Yeah, I think it's called The Thing, Infection, Outpost, whatever.
31 or whatever.
Yeah,
okay.
so I think they're both similar. The other one's a little bit lighter. I like them both. I'd play either one. I think they both would have been in this one, back and forth. I like this because it is one of those, you're either the thing or you're human. And you will just be trusting someone until they go into a room with someone else. They come back and you're like, And just 5 minutes ago, you trust this person with your life. And now you're like, why do you want to go check the weather? You know, it's like there's that really, you question everything on that.
That's interesting.
And you start throwing blood tests away. And then as these people go and check that weather die, and they're like, we're fine. And you trust them. And then at the very end, they could turn by just something simple happening, you know? And then the ending of this really just feels like it's the finale escape from the movie. Everything comes down to that last kind of crescendo, you know? So I haven't played other thing games like Who Goes There and all that, but I've just played these two. So I do like this a lot. That gives you that feel. And it's shorter. It's probably, I don't know how long, 60, 90.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
This
so
is-
anyway.
This is a hole in my theming,
Yes.
repertoire here. It's one that I haven't had a chance to play.
Yeah,
So-
it's
it's neat.
really, and either one, I like The Thing, the board game, and I like Infection, Outpost, whatever that number is. 86.
31.
Yes,
30. Is it 31?
67.
I think so.
You're probably right. Sounds right. Anyway, it's good.
My number 5 is my pick for a pirate game. I knew I needed a pirate game on
You
here.
gotta have
if
a
I was
pirate
like,
game.
hey, if I feel like being a pirate, what game am I going to recommend or reach for? And this is going to be Forgotten Waters. I love this app-driven
not what I thought you would say.
stories. What did you think I was going to say?
Sea of
That's
Legends?
Sea of Legends game, yeah.
Sea of Legends, yeah. I think that this has a... Sea of Legends was considered, but it has a more mechanical feel to it. Similar to what you were saying with Tidal Blades, why it was your number 10. This one doesn't feel as mechanical. It feels more into the pirate personality. It plays into that where, yes, it's cooperative and you're all trying to get somewhere or complete some goal together, but you also have your little individual personalities that are kind of thrown into the mix as well. As you're developing your own story and telling your own story, it has a little bit of this Mad Lib kind of thing that you do to set your
Yes.
character up, which is just fun, and you're out and you're exploring the ocean. You're going to come into combat and you're going to go find some treasure and you're going to go to the market. You're just doing so many cool piratey things. It keeps it very light with the humor and very engaging personal arcs that your character is going to go through. I think this is one that after I play the game or the scenario, I always keep my character sheet because I like to look back and remember that character arc that I went through. Oh my
Wow.
gosh, remember the time we played that guy and
yeah.
he only had one eye or this happened to him. Oh my gosh. And then he got, there's a story behind every character that you play at the end. And
Nice.
it's always fun to revisit. So
That's how you know a good game.
yeah, just a very emotional kind of storytelling.
This is the same that does Freelancers and
Yes.
Wandering Galaxy, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, same system,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Same system. Yeah. So that's my pirate pick is Forgotten Waters.
All right, my number 5 is going to be a zombie game. And this one's Marvel Zombies, Zombicide for me.
Okay.
I think it's really engaging, having, of course, knowledge of Marvel characters
Yes.
is going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting here. This is not one I would recommend if you don't know what Marvel comics are or haven't
agree.
watched the movies or don't care for any of these characters. Then obviously you shouldn't play this one because it's not
For you.
targeting you.
Yeah.
But if you do like that stuff, it's going to be really fun and engaging and thematic to be those characters, to encounter them as they turned into zombies, and seeing what it is they do is often very thematic.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, this person turned into a zombie and they do X, Y, or Z because it's this character from the Marvel universe. I get that. I understand why they picked that. I love that they have taken the system here also and simplified a lot of things, like doors being a problem in the past. You're superheroes. Doors are not a problem. The idea of like friendly fire in the past, it's like you're superheroes.
Right.
Friendly fire
You're
is
fine.
gone. You don't have to think about that anymore. And there's 2 ways you can play this. Both of them very thematic, but the real twist is when you are zombies, which is kind of the core game, technically. The one I prefer being superheroes fighting zombies, but you can be zombies. just attacking like shield agents and just people. And you have this hunger that you are fighting off that kind of makes you go insane. If you don't attack and eat somebody frequently enough, you lose your ability to sort of like not become completely mindless.
Yeah.
Which I find really clever and engaging. So, yeah, I don't know. I find this one very thematic, very fun. Obviously, like I said, you got to be into the Marvel stuff. But if you are, this one pays back dividends with the characters that are included and the way they work.
Yeah, I definitely think being familiar with Marvel plays into it, but I think that even someone who doesn't really care about Marvel, I do enjoy this game because of what you're talking about. Just it's the most approachable, I think, of the Zombicide games.
That's true.
I think they've taken a lot of the best ideas from the other ones and added in.
Yeah,
So,
simplified a lot. Yeah. There you go. It's my number 5 pick, Marvel Zombies.
Okay, my next one is not technically a crossover because the system has been named, but I went a different direction. And Z went to Marvel Zombies. I'm going Zombicide 2.0. And Z is correct. Everything he said, Marvel Zombies is a better game. I think as gameplay, but this one right here, I guess because I was a fan of Walking Dead and all that, this for me just feels that grungy, post-apocalyptic zombie style game.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, and they have streamlined a lot since the first edition because there are moments where you're trapped and you just tell everyone you're like, I'm not gonna make it. You know, and it's just like so just epic from the movies and TV shows and all that. It's just great. You can get those hordes coming at you and you're just stuck.
Yeah.
You know, this feels so good. You know, the entire system, I like all of them. Marvel Zombies, of course, a better game. I even like the Western one better than this, you know, as far as the balconies, all that. But this, as far as the theme, it just grabs me.
It's the classic flavor,
it's the
right?
classic
Right.
one, right?
When you say a zombie game, this is the one you think of. You don't think of the
Exactly.
Western or the Marvel, something like
Yes.
that. This is where my mind goes.
Yeah, so this right here, it feels good. The heroes on here feel unique. You know, I know they have a lot of them that are kind of parodies of modern real people and all that stuff.
Or
Like
movies or whatever.
Yeah, like the Stone.
I don't love that stuff. I gotta tell you.
But I ignore most of that. But I do like the fact that the heroes are. I like the fact that I don't know many of them at all. So it's really, I enjoy this. So anyway, Zombicide 2.0 is my pick because it just feels like you're living through it. Or probably not living through it, to be honest.
I get it. That was solid.
Dying. Yeah. So anyway, that was my number 4.
My number 4 is a strange game, which I would say I think the biggest drawback of this game is sometimes the story goes a little long. But that
Okay.
just shows how much story and I think how well integrated it is into the game at the same time. That's going to be My Father's Work.
that's a good one.
This is so weird and
applaud you.
dramatic. And the story goes a little long, but man, do I want to hear that story. You have to know you're sitting in for 3 to 4 hours in this game. But man, when you're ready for that,
Because it's
so
generations.
fun. It's generations. You're playing
Yes.
through multiple generations.
Could have built a
passing
university.
on.
Yeah,
Right,
it's like,
yeah,
ah.
I know. As you are this mad scientist family passing along, your information to your child. And that's why it's My Father's Work. Like you're always thinking back to what your forefathers did, here and trying to build off their work and complete this mad science experiment. I love the stories and the balance of going into town and getting what you need, but coming back and managing your house and your work at the same time. It's just so engaging or engrossing, I think, in this game. It's kind of what you were talking about with Oathsworn, where you're like, man, just don't skip the story. Read the
right.
story,
Yeah.
and just let yourself get caught up in it because it does feel like this game has a story to tell you.
And it's a big part of the experience for
It
sure.
is.
Yeah.
It is.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's
Huge.
just strange. Mad scientist, like that's
Yeah,
unique
yeah.
as well. It's not, I wouldn't call this a horror game, but it's definitely like kind of that gothic setting,
Yeah.
and I really think that that's unique too, that it doesn't go horror.
Right.
Yeah.
just gets
Right.
Weird.
It's a good pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
I didn't
thanks.
think of this one. Yeah.
My number 4, My Father's Work.
Good. All right, my number 4 is a fantasy / science fiction game, cooperative game in which you are trying to do no less than save your civilization from extinction.
That's pretty big.
This is Atlantis Rising.
Yes.
Atlantis Rising.
Okay.
The setting here is the old trope of Atlantis,
Yeah.
right? Sank because of the wrath of the gods, basically. But what you didn't know about the story was that the Atlanteans here were so advanced that they had technology unheard of, and you have to create this cosmic gate before the entire island sinks and
Stargate.
get your entire civilization, all of your people through it. And the island's going to sink from the outside in. All of these little arms sort of sink as the waves come in from the outside in. You are running around this place trying to gather materials, resources, work on this weird cosmic gate thing. It's really cooperative, very interesting. It's got some push your luck in it, which feels right when the timer of the game is you're going to die at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I find that very engaging, and it's always a nail biter. It's such a cool world, such a neat setting, this idea of the things you can build, and when all plugged together, open up a Stargate, basically, and you're like, whoop, you go through it, and okay, you win. That's the idea. The island sinks, is forgotten, and you're on another planet now. Really like it. I think it's a cool setting, very thematic to me. Really enjoy this one.
It's so tense too.
Very
Just
tense.
watching
It is.
the island just shrink and shrink and shrink, and it has such an interesting emotional arc to it as
Yeah.
well, where the first time you play, like, this game is impossible,
Right.
and then every subsequent time you play, you're like, I remember that one time I won, this is not going to be it, you know
Right.
what I mean? And then as you get going, you kind of power up, and you see that it typically does unfavorably. I think I win more often than I lose, but it never feels like that. It always feels like this one is impossible.
That's right. That's right. I really like
yeah.
that. So, there you go. My number 4, Atlantis Rising.
All right, my next one is really funny because this is a game that I don't love. I don't play it a lot, but I respect it because I know, and I see people playing. I'm like, I respect the fact they like this game because I played it, and the theme really grabs you. But I don't know if I'd play it much again. But I respect the theme on this. This is Nemesis.
What? You don't like Nemesis?
I do. I don't.
Okay.
I'm not crazy about Nemesis.
Nemesis
but
is fantastic.
I respect the theme on this because this is exactly what you think it's going to be. That
Predator.
alien gets on board.
Oh, this Predator. It'd be number one.
That would be awesome.
Oh my gosh.
But the whole thing is the alien gets on board and just starts growing and growing. You've got the sound. You've got the creepiness. You don't trust anybody. Yeah. Are they infected? Are they not? This game is great with theme. It just drips with theme.
Right.
It is not. It has streamlined the theme. Did not streamline the mechanics, but it did streamline the theme very well.
I think a lot of mechanics are in it to service the theme.
Yes.
And I agree with you that I could see some people being like, the mechanisms are too much.
Right.
Yeah.
I get they're trying to simulate things. It's a simulation of what if you're stuck on the ship with the alien from Alien. Mm-hmm. But you're right that I think it's hard to hit that balance, and they definitely went the way of more theme, i.e. more mechanisms to simulate that thing.
Yeah. That's where I am, and this one is, spoilers, not on my list because of that. I feel like the theme comes through the more you play it, but that entry to feeling it's thematic is a little too high.
I agree.
You have to go through a couple plays to kind of get there.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I see this played at game days and stuff, and I'll ask people, so what happened? Because you love hearing the story of it,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because the story's great, but as far as sitting there and play it, I don't see it.
Yeah, I really, really like this game,
Yeah.
but all right. My number 3 is an incredibly thematic card game. And this is an absolute card game, and it's an exception to most card games which don't feel thematic at all.
Can't wait to hear what this, I guess
Six Note.
Arkham?
Yes, Arkham Horror, the card game.
Okay, that's the only one I figured you would say was the thematic because the cards
good.
would make a board.
The cards make a board, but also because you're putting so much personality into your deck as you're constructing it. So as you're going through your deck of cards, you've built your character's personality in that deck.
Okay,
with their different skill sets, with their different interests. There's different colored decks that you're pulling from, So maybe, I don't know the name of the decks, but you have a couple red cards. If you're playing a green deck, you have a couple red cards mixed in there, or the green or the blue cards, which are like the protection, the police. Kind of associations you have. And so as you're playing through this campaign or mini campaign that you're doing, you're upgrading and you're getting experience, and those cards are getting better and stronger, and so your personality is developing. You do feel like you're getting those scars or those wounds. Your past memories are coming back to haunt you when those cards come up. So your deck has its own personality. But then also, like you said, you're building a board out with these cards. And it's so interesting what they can do with that. You can be on a train, and maybe that's different carts on a train. Or maybe they are different planets, and you have to build a spaceship and go around to these different planets to do this stuff. I mean, there's so many different things. How's it spoiler? I said you might be doing that. They don't know if that's a real one.
Do you go to different
Oh
planets?
my
I haven't
gosh.
played. Do you
No,
go to-
no, don't worry about it. You can't go to different planets. But if you could, it'd be in this game. So yeah, there's just so much different things that they can do with this, and every single one, you just feel that theme coming through on the different locations, on the different characters you're building, and it feels like a very personal experience. So
I agree with you. I think it's a very thematic game. I just think it's funny that it's the only one you would consider to be a thematic card game, especially like you're talking about the leveling up. But that leveling up is like you have a shotgun, let's say, and when you get some experience points and go to the next level, you can trade in the shotgun you have, which comes into play with 4 ammunition counters, for one that comes into play with 5 ammunition counters.
But I don't usually typically level that stuff up. No, I mean, you can level
You should.
up like
That's
your
how you win. You
relationships.
blow those fools away.
But you can, level up your strength. Well, the way I see it is like the strength of a relationship with a character. So maybe a character is going to be cheaper to get into play, something like that.
You have to extrapolate that stuff. That's how I see a lot of card games, though. I just think it's funny
don't.
this one works for you.
This one does, very much so. I feel like, but all the stories have the flavor text, all the cards have the flavor text on them as well, which are doing that. You can read them as you're playing them and kind of envision it happening. So,
Got it.
Arkham Horror, the card game, number 3.
Good
This is
one.
one I've avoided because
Why?
I know I'll love it, and I know it's a rabbit hole to go down.
Do you
You've
wanna
never
play?
played Arkham Horror, the card game?
No.
Do it, Joey. What are you doing later?
I really need to play.
You do. It's so good.
I really.
No, you don't find it
Joey.
thematic. No, you don't even like it.
But there's no reason to play now. I
He's
know
my
you
friend.
end up on another planet.
No, you don't.
You do go to another planet.
Only
It
some
happens
scenarios.
right at the beginning.
What
It's
do you
the
wanna
beginning
do?
of the first season.
You want a Western theme? I'll get a Western theme one for you.
As long as it's Egypt.
Is that what you?
I wasn't going to clarify, okay?
Western
By
Egypt.
that, I mean it has a train in
Okay,
it,
the
okay?
west of Egypt.
Has a train.
Okay, here we go. My number 3 is incredibly thematic, very immersive, and it does not matter how much heavy lifting you do to put you in that theme. This game will do it for you. Why, you ask? Because you're listening to the freaky sounds in Mansions of Madness.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Okay.
I applaud you, sir. Thank you.
This
for
one
on the list.
puts you in that freaky mansion or in town. Sometimes you go to the town at large, Arkham. You are going to be discovering. I love that the scope in this game, in most scenarios, is this big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a house. It's one mansion. The game's still like 3 hours long, right? Because it's Fantasy Flight game, but you are. Like, opening a door is a scary situation in this game. You know what I mean? And the app will be making freaky sounds, and then it tells you what's in there. And I love how when it pops up, it's like, there's this monster in the room. You're like, okay. And then you got to attack it. In any other Arkham game, my point is, that would be nothing. You're like traveling from one building to another, from one city to another, to different planets. But in this one, it's very small scale, and that really feeds that feeling of floors creaking, and there's something upstairs, and there are people outside the door with torches and hitting on the walls. You know what I mean? That's like small terror, and it's very effective.
It is.
So I really like this one. I think it's incredibly immersive. Again, you do not have to do a lot of heavy lifting in this one. The game will do it for you. You just got to be ready and available to let that creepiness work on you, and you're going to have a good time. My number 3, Mansions of Madness.
Very nice.
Okay, when you talk about most thematic, several things come to mind. One of them is like when you say this game is similar, is like this movie. And then they play it every time someone goes, yeah, that was exactly like that movie. And this one is, if you tell them, I have a game that is just like Mad Max, And they're like, they play like, yeah, that is exactly like Mad Max.
Thunder Road?
So this is Thunder Road
Thunder
Vendetta.
Road.
Thunder Road Vendetta is Mad Max, is what it is. It's just like you tell people, you're like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. And when you say that going in, you don't tell them this is a race game. You tell them this is Mad Max. They're going to play differently. You're going to play like Mad Max. You're not going to go around that car. You're going to go through that car.
I think you need to tell them that.
You do. You have to tell them you're going to hit someone, then you're going to figure it out. So this one is great. I love this. This game and then the fact that this is what it came with right here, but the more you can trick out, the more you put the mountains on there, you put the flames up there, you've got everything. I have so much stuff to stick on my board on this that just really brings you into that theme that you're like, you're going to hit this hill, and then you set them on top. When they wreck there, they're on top of that hill. This is fantastic. You really feel like you were in the game Mad Max.
You do.
I love this. And again, it's just the theme really grabs you. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah. I didn't think of this one. This is a good pick.
Yeah. So
I figured this would be on your list for sure. This 100%. Was like one shoe, and I knew it would be on your list. I'm like, Thunder Road. Let's see what the other 9 are. You know what I mean?
It's great. I mean, again, I think it should be called Let's See What Happens. It's just like, because I don't think I've ever won this, but I've died gloriously. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Go through that bottleneck, and then they see you coming, like, oh no. He gonna hit everybody.
Yeah, buddy.
It's so good. So anyway, Thunder Road Vendetta, my number 2.
Fantastic. All right, my number 2. I don't know if either of you two have played.
Oh, I love it. It's one of my favorite games
of
all time.
Really? No, I'm pretty sure you'd hate
world.
this. I don't think you'd like this at all. This is Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon. You played that?
No.
Yeah.
You would not like it.
You would not like it. It's quite mechanical.
Clunky.
Yeah, it is. But man, does it serve its theme. It feels like you have played it.
I have
now
played
putting
it.
that together. I started listening. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, I played it. It's the theme is there.
It is there. It is the game, right?
It is.
I mean,
it's
you are
100%.
You have these seventh continent vibes in it, where it's an open world and you can go whichever way. Do you want to go this way to card 307 and you don't know what it is, or this one to 304? So this open world feel that you turn over, and then once you get to that location, you have multiple options of what you can do. And so similar to what you were saying with Mansions of Madness, there's this feel of like, when am I ready to explore? When am I not? Are we going together? Are we splitting party? You have to manage that. You're also managing your own energy, because your energy is the amount of actions that you take. So you have to schedule, like, when are you going to rest to get those actions back? Maybe you don't want to completely burn yourself out before you rest, things like that. It has this Arthurian theme, but like twisted.
Fallen. Like fallen Camelot.
Yeah, the fall of Avalon, right? Yeah. So it's like a fallen King Arthur times. And it just, everything about this serves the theme.
Hey, you think I wouldn't like this? It sounds kind of like a Seventh Citadel.
You would like the theme.
Yes.
You would find it clunky.
You would find it clunky, yeah.
You guys don't know me very well at all. I think I would love it.
Okay.
Fine.
The end.
Okay. I will disagree.
He's going to love it.
My number 2.
My number 2 is Tainted Grail.
Is it
Tainted Grail Resurgence.
What is it? The Rise of, what is the new one? The Rise of the Rise of the Kings?
We have a new one of this?
Yeah, it was last year. We played it here.
I don't play it.
Rise of something.
My number 2 is a tiny little game for my dumb little brain. It's a very light game. I can understand and grasp it, and it does not make me sad or want to cry because of the general feebleness that lives within me. This is Subterra.
What?
This was almost on my list. It's so good.
I forgot about this one.
Oh, this was on my short list. Oh, so good. Go, sorry, go.
So Subterra is a game about the lovely benefits of spelunking. So it's a game in which you fall down a cave and you can't get up. And then you have to explore your way out. You have flashlights. You have monsters down there in the dark. You don't really know what's chasing you, but something's chasing you. You have to explore to get out. You need to go through some tiles and get out. Your flashlight is running out of battery. You have to progress enough to get out before your flashlights die, but if you rush onto a tile without peeking first, which is twice as slow, you might run into something that hurts you. You might step less than carefully and have rocks collapse on you. Fumes mess with you. Monsters pop out of holes in the ground, what have you. very thematic, incredibly involving. One of the best things in it is if somebody gets hurt enough that they fall down, somebody needs to turn around and go help them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or,
like, ideally, you know what I mean? But also, sorry, you might not make it.
Or I could win. Just,
you know, you kind of have these, like,
exit.
degrees of winning. If everybody gets out, you all won. But someone might die. And you, if you're close enough to what you believe is the exit, you might have to make that kind of hard call to not turn around, you know?
Yeah.
I really like that. And just the whole thing is incredibly thematic. It feels oppressive. It feels dark. It's just so good, you know?
Yeah, I think this one is more thematic than the sequel.
The two,
Subterra 2,
I
Inferno
agree.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Inferno, I think, is right. Yeah. Subterra, the first one, is more thematic for sure.
I did not
and
know
has
this-
that oppressive feel much more.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know this was a fear of mine until I played it, and I'm like, this is terrifying.
Did you play with the soundtrack?
No.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, this
yeah,
is...
if you go on YouTube, they have like a soundtrack that you can play that's like cave sounds. And so it's like very, very light music at times, but more it's just like cave drippings. And so it's just nice in the background and kind of sets it. And then every now and then you hear the horror screech.
Oh,
it's
crap.
like, ah! And so you're sitting there and you're playing and hearing the sounds. And it's like, oh it's so good.
Nah.
So good.
Terrifying.
Screwy.
Okay, all right. My number one is the first one I thought of when I had this list. I wondered where it was going to be, and it kept rising up to number one because really, board games. I think RPGs always feel more thematic because you can do you can feel it and all this. This one I think has the ability to be both. So this, for me, it is Shadows of Brimstone. Shadows of Brimstone, you run through this, you are running through actual campaigns. Their campaign books are so good because as you go to different worlds, spoiler, you do go through gates to different multiverses on stuff, you pull it and your character progresses. You go to towns, you get more abilities, and then you can actually get caught by one of these things and go through a mutation that's going to affect you in every single scenario going forward. It could be a good mutation, it could be a bad mutation. And then eventually you a new character, you're like, you know what, I'm going to get this guy killed. But it's one of those that every time you go through that, you have to stay close to the lantern because you're actually going through the caves. You get too far from the lantern, it gets darker, then they start swarming you. Man, this feels so good. And again, there's so many different eras and multiverses for you to go into with this. So this feels almost more like an RPG than it does a board game. And because of that, it can open itself up to all these themes. You can grab these books and go into it and really just dive in.
I love that when you're describing this game, you're using words like actually. You know, you're like, you have to stay near the lantern because it's actually getting dark.
Because I live in this game.
Right?
You do feel it.
And so that is a good thematic game when you're talking about it like that, you know, like as if it actually happened. You know?
Well, because like you'll like a character through several scenarios and then you'll have to go through mutation, something bad happens. And you actually get sad, little tears. And then it's like, I'm going to lose this guy because now I've got a fish arm. It's not a thing. But
how is that not one of the mutations?
Not yet, I guess.
Like,
it could be out there.
Is the arm a fish or is it like a fin? Did you mean to say a fin?
No, I just made something up. I don't give away spoilers like you do.
But it was actually...
You know what? Fine. Actually, my number one is Shadows, which I do think you both would love, but this is...
I gotta try it. It's just it's a lot of games.
It's a lot.
There's a lot of boxes. It's very intimidating. I will play this with you when you play Arkham Horror, the card game, with me.
Only you.
What? Why? It's best at 3.
Because you've already spoiled the biggest part of it.
You have no idea. You will forget.
Now he knows you level up.
She has a point. I will forget. All right. So my number one is Shadows of Brimstone.
My number one is, I think, the only crossover I've had, right?
We haven't had any crossover, have we?
Pandemic, but we kind of differed on that one. But
that's true.
No. Zombicide there, Pandemic almost here, but this is a
close.
Direct crossover. This is going to be Oathsworn into the Deepwood. And I find theme in both halves of this, both definitely in the town section or the first half, here where you're going through the town and you're meeting people and getting those story elements and finding out what's going on. You're bringing in allies into your what is
Party,
it
I
called? Your
guess.
party, yeah. As that's going through, but then you're actually going into the deep wood or journeying outside of the town, and you're coming across these big monsters, that you have to fight. I do find them to be very different. I feel the thematics in that battle part as well, because they all move and fight so differently within their character design. And so I feel like every fight feels so very different, to the point that I really like some, and there's a couple that I'm like, if I do another campaign of this, I don't know that I'll play that again. I will just be like, cool, let's just chalk it up to a loss and move on. Like, I'd rather.
Why not say you won?
Well, because I have to punish myself a little bit. I can't. I gotta be. If you're gonna skip a whole. Anyway.
If I'm skipping a bad guy because I didn't like it the first time through, I won the second time. Joey, weigh in here.
Oh, I have not won this game.
Dishonest.
No, but if you were finished, there's some bosses you maybe didn't like, and you played through it again, and you would
100%.
skip them. Would you say like, okay, I'll say we lost?
Yes.
Or would you say, okay, I'll say we won?
I'd say we won.
I would
Yeah,
say we
you
either
won.
lost or we won. It would not be like an easy win. I'd be like, all right, half the team was down, though. I'd give us some sort of punishment. You can't
I give
just
myself cotton candy.
I
Life
take
isn't-
cotton
which
candy.
is just sugar.
I like cotton candy.
It's not just sugar, it's sawdust.
Boy, Sky Team being thematic, it's like,
But no, I really enjoy the theme of this one, and I think it's one that when you start, you feel like it's probably going to be generic fantasy, and because I'm not going to spoiler, I will just say it is not.
But when you get to the other planet,
Oh my gosh!
all right,
My number one,
give me a hint. I want to guess your number one.
it's a crossover
With who?
with the person who has the good list at the table.
All right, let me
Okay, you're just
see
being
what
rude
it
today.
is.
Actually,
You
I
need to
think
go
your
back to
list is
bed.
better than both of our lists by far.
It
Certainly
is.
better than my
She's
list.
got some good pulls.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
oh man, it's so
Thanks,
good.
Waddles.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a lot of good pulls in there. I'm like, following you sucked. I gotta tell you. No, but it is a crossover with Joey.
It's not Nemesis. Is it Nemesis?
Is it Nemesis? Oh, I'd be so happy if it's
Is
Nemesis.
it Nemesis?
Tell me- Oh,
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, Nemesis is my number one.
Wow,
Dude, it's
okay.
Alien.
Fellas,
It is
well
Alien.
You
done.
kidding me? I agree with you about the rules. There's a lot of rules.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of rules in service of the theme, the very thing we're talking about today. Great theming.
So good.
This is great theming. The fact that you could jump into a pod, an escape pod. It's the denouement in the film. Yeah, I
Yeah.
said denouement. Deal with that, okay?
You're right.
And you don't know if you're going to die from a chest burster. That's wild.
I
Is that
agree.
good gameplay? I don't know. Is it like well balanced? I don't know. This isn't what I do. But it is so thematic. It is so captivating. That idea of now I need to look through my cards, my infection cards, and see if in my cheering that I escaped.
Can you imagine? Because that would be shown in the movie that the guy gets away.
You know what I mean? It's wild, man.
I
And it's
agree.
just one of many things in this game that feel that way.
I agree.
Feel like you're crawling through the ducts or, getting away from this or that and pushing each other out of the way. Yeah, I find it to be very thematic. So I think it fits this list really, really well. So, yeah, Nemesis, my number one.
That's a good one.
Fantastic.
Again, this was hard to rank, to be fair.
I agree.
Yeah.
They could move up or down as the mood strikes me, because I think theme and a thematic game is so dependent on how you feel.
Right.
Good mechanisms are good mechanisms no matter how I feel.
Yep.
A good thematic game or a theme that captivates me ebbs and flows.
Right.
Right, yeah. And I definitely think there were some that I omitted because I didn't want to oversaturate with one theme specifically. Like I said, I had my pick for the pirate game, or I went between Arkham Horror, the card game, and Mansions of Madness, that kind of stuff, So it was interesting to kind of explore outside of those.
Yeah.
Just
I could have,
Horror.
I lean into horrors like that too.
100%.
Like Camp Grizzly, I
Yeah.
would have said that. I would have said all
Right.
these, but
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of get as wide swath.
No, it's
Yeah.
good. You guys, you have very good lists, both of you.
Hey, you too.
Kudos.
Thanks,
No, I
guys.
don't. No,
Aw.
it's okay. No, it's okay.
buddy.
Well, if you want to hear more about the picks that we thought of, what almost made the list, our short list, why we didn't include things on others' list, we're going to be recording something for our Patreon backers here that's going to go over all that. So if you're interested in our kind of other thoughts and short lists, be sure to check us out on Patreon so you can see that. But until then, I'll see you next time. I'm Camilla.
I'm Zee.
And I'm Joey.
We'll go to space. Bye. The other planet.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vassell. Thanks for watching this video. Check out our channel. We have a lot of videos on our channel. We have live videos that go up each week, from live Q&As to videos where we take a look at the newest stuff on Kickstarter, crowd surfing, to top 10 lists and more. There's lots of stuff on this channel. We encourage you to explore it. You can find out more at our website, dicetower.com. I'm Tom Vassell. Thanks for watching another video on the Dice Tower.